Hey guys, welcome back to Day in the Life Disney. Today I'm going to give you just the tip you need when planning your next magical vacation to Walt Disney World. And don't forget to find me on social media, Facebook and Instagram and YouTube. Let me know in the comments below if you have a question regarding Disney. I'm happy to help you in any way. Also, if you're planning your next magical trip and don't know where to start, reach out to me. I am a proud Disney travel agent affiliate with Academy Travel, and I can help you plan that next magical vacation to Walt Disney World. I just got back from Disney World recently, and I can't imagine the amount of people that were there that didn't have advanced dining reservations. I literally watched guest after guest after guest walk up to the person at check-in at Sci-Fi Cafe and ask if they could have a table for tonight. And the cast members said, no, these dining reservations are made 60 days out. So just the tip you need for today is if you're planning a magical trip to Disney, make sure you give yourself at least that 60-day window if you're staying on property to book your advanced dining reservations, because you will not be getting into a restaurant that you really want to get into, like Sci-Fi Cafe or Garden Grill or Tusker House, if you are not making those advanced dining reservations. If you're not staying on Disney property, you can make your advanced dining reservations within 30 days prior. Once I know the day that I'm going to arrive at Walt Disney World, the next thing I need to know is when my 60-day window is for advanced dining reservations. So I would recommend, once you have that set in stone date that you're going to arrive, to go on Google, and you can type in something like Disney Dining Reservation 60 Days Out Calculator. I use one called Mouse for Less, and I just put in my date of arrival for my resort, and then it gives me the 60-day window for advanced dining reservations. So make sure you mark that down, make sure you put that in your calendar, because you will need to get up and make your advanced dining reservations on that date. You got to get up early to get your dining reservations booked. They said on disneyworld.com it opens at 5:45. In my experience, I've always gotten up at 5:55 and got on at 6 o'clock, and it was unlocked for my days that I'm going to be at Disney to make that advanced dining reservation. So my tip here is, prior to your 60-day window, get familiar with the My Disney Experience app if you've never used it in the past. This is going to be your lifeline while you're at Disney. I continuously go to Disney and I continuously use my Disney Experience app all the time. So make sure you get familiar with that before your 60-day window. It is pretty easy to snag reservations for your favorite restaurants at 6 a.m. when it's your window, but sometimes it does get a little, frozen, or you're having to wait. So just make sure you're familiar with that app. Another tip I have for you is, let's say you're going for 7 days to Disney. Prior to your 60-day window, you actually want to map out where you are going to be during that 7 days. Are you starting out in Magic Kingdom? Maybe you're park hopping. Are you staying at the Grand Floridian and you want to eat at the Grand Floridian, or at the Polynesian and you want to eat at Ohana? I always map out where we're going to be on what morning and what night. That way I can plan my dining, my advanced dining accordingly. So make sure you have all that mapped out and in front of you. And then what I also do as a tip of mine is I put my hot commodity, the most popular restaurants, at the top of my list, because those are the ones I want to snag first. Those guys are going to be like Sci-Fi Cafe, 50s Prime Time, Garden Grill, Ohana, Cinderella's Royal Castle. That's a really hard one to get. So make sure you're getting those top restaurants that everybody wants to grab. They're at the top of your list. T-Rex Cafe is another one. Some ones that you can maybe pick up at another time are going to be Trails End, Whispering Canyon Cafe, the Grand Floridian, and Nine Dragons over in Epcot. Yak and Yeti is a very, very hard one to get, so make sure that's one of my favorites. Make sure you're snagging that. And Tony's Pizza used to be really easy to get. It's one of my favorite restaurants in Magic Kingdom. I love Tony's Pizza. I would eat there every night that I'm in Magic Kingdom. Literally, my husband gets tired of me saying about Tony's Pizza. It's so good. But they're getting more popular, so I think everybody's catching on to Tony's Pizza. So make sure you snag that one. If you want to have character dining, Tusker House is really a hard one to get. Chef Mickey's is hard to snag. So with COVID restrictions, there is limited choices now with character dining. So make sure that if you do, that is a must for you. You get those that they're at the top of your list. Okay, you have everything mapped out. You have your list in front of you. You have your calendar in front of you. You know which days you're going to be in which parks and what advanced dining reservation you want to get on that day. And you're in the My Disney Experience app on your phone. You're going to click on the plus sign button at the bottom in the middle of the app, and it's going to pop up a list of options. You are going to pick the top option, which is check dining availability. You're going to enter the number of guests that will be dining with you, and then you're going to select the day of the calendar that you want to have that reservation for. Now, the next thing you're going to have to pick is your time for your reservation. So it's going to give you options that say now, breakfast, brunch, lunch, and dinner, or it's going to give you times from like 7 a.m. to 10 o'clock at night. I would recommend you actually selecting a time instead of the category of lunch, brunch, or dinner. Sometimes the hardest dining reservations and restaurants to snag are found by clicking on these times. So if I want to go to Sci-Fi Cafe for lunch while I'm in Hollywood Studios, I will pick a 10:30 time and search for it that way. And most times I'll be able to snag a lunch reservation for 10:50 at Sci-Fi or 50s prime time, which is perfect because that's a great lunchtime. Next, it'll say review your reservation. It'll have all your information, your contact information, and a credit card that you have linked to your My Disney Experience app. And then you will check mark the box that says read and agree guest policies, and then click that green book now button, and your advanced dining reservation is all set. Using the My Disney Experience app is going to be the easiest way for you to book your advanced dining reservations. However, I wanted to give everybody the number because you can call in over the phone advanced dining reservations. So that number is area code 407-939-7529 if you would like to book your advanced dining reservations over the phone. Okay, the next thing I do want to mention is if you book an advanced dining reservation in one of the 4 theme parks, you do need to have a valid theme park admission ticket to enter that park. So just because we want to have dinner at Yak and Yeti in Animal Kingdom, but I only purchased an epcot ticket and reservation and I don't have Park Hopper, that's a no-go. The system will still allow you to book that advanced dining reservation, but you will not be able to enter Animal Kingdom unless you have Park Hopper or a valid theme park admission ticket. Also wanted to give everybody a heads up that any Disney restaurant that is owned by Disney will allow you to check in on the app 20 minutes prior to your dining reservation. So if you have a 10 o'clock reservation for the Tusker House, you can start arriving at Tusker House at 9:40 and let them know that you are outside the Tusker House with your party, and you may check in. And the system actually prompts you to check in to let you know, hey, you can check in now, your dining reservation's coming up in 20 minutes. You don't have to be there that early, but it does give you an option to do so. 3 restaurants that I know that you do not get to check in on your mobile app is going to be Landry restaurants, which includes Yak and Yeti, Rainforest Cafe, and T-Rex. So I just wanted to give everybody a heads up. I had a reservation recently at Yak and Yeti, and I'm thinking, why isn't my phone telling me that I can go to check in? And that's because it is a Landry-owned restaurant. Last tip I want to give you on advanced dining reservations. Make sure if you are not going to be able to make your advanced dining reservation that you do cancel it. Disney will charge you a $10 per person fee if you do not show up for the advanced dining reservation. So if you know you're not going to make it to that reservation, make sure you go on the app and cancel within 24 hours. Now, I was at Disney recently and I did feel sick for our one dining reservation. I'm going to give you a number, so write this number down, that if you have an advanced dining reservation that's within that 24 hours, let's say 4 hours before dinner, call this number and they will help you. 407-824-1391. I explained to the cast member that I wasn't feeling good and that we were going to miss our dining reservation, and they did not charge us the fee. So make sure that you do reach out to the cast. They are there to help you. All right, everybody, that's all I have. I hope you have a great day. Make it a great Disney day, and see you real soon. Bye, guys.